Hello again. So the person that I chose for the second part of this assignment is somebody that I knew pretty well. I believe he suffered from an undiagnosed mental illness, and I think from his perspective, it was actually pretty difficult just because um, I think that he thought that there was either nothing wrong or that this was normal. Everybody had to go through this and he just had to suffer along. Also, his perspective on mental health and mental health help in general was pretty negative, pretty jaded. It kind of went along with the whole stigma that mental illness has kind of always experienced, I guess. So his perspective was pretty sad just because he didn't didn't think that there was help and just thought that he had to suffer along his whole life to get through it. If I could guess the diagnosis, he had probably he had a lot of depressive episodes, a lot of maladaptive coping skills, and then he would have very sort of energetic or negative energy episodes as well. So I believe that he had some sort of either major depression or bipolar type diagnosis. The struggles that he faced were he judged himself a lot, actually. He, being a male with a mental illness, I feel like in today's society alone is really, really difficult just because of the negative stigma that they face. And he also struggled with just having that kind of like manly persona, I guess. Like, I shouldn't ask for help because I'm a man and I should be able to take care of this on my own. And if there's something wrong, then I'll fix it. And if I can't, then I'll just suffer with it. I believe that that was kind of his perspective on his own judgment, his own self-judgment. He actually had a lot of support from his family and from friends and things like that, but he just never kind of got past his own self-judgment, his own self-loathing. His coping skills actually were pretty negative. Like I said, they were maladaptive. He turned a lot to almost kind of an eating disorder in kind of his own different way. He ate a lot of just really bad things. He couldn't stop eating sometimes. He was overweight also, so that didn't help how he saw himself, how he felt about himself. I think if I were in his situation, the way I would like to be treated, I feel like the way his family and his friends treated him was pretty appropriate for having to go through a mental illness and potentially seek help. So I know that there was somewhere that we all went wrong, failing him in some way. But I would probably like to be treated with an open mind and an open perspective and just support in general. Maybe people not assuming that they know just because they've read about it. If you've never experienced it, don't assume that you understand, kind of a thing. So I definitely tried to be that way as well. It's a lot more difficult, though, dealing with a loved one with a mental illness versus clients with a mental illness, just because you have a lot more emotional involvement with them than you do with clients. With clients, this is your job, so you know how to distance yourself. With family, friends, it's a lot more difficult just because you have a lot more invested, and it breaks everybody's heart. It's hard on everybody. So I think I'd like to be treated with respect and empathy, but not sympathy, understanding, but not assumptions. So I'm just hoping that he finds his way and gets the help that he needs and will be able to cope with it in a little bit more healthier ways. So yeah, that's it.